Okay, so there are police shootings that spark controversy, but this one seems to have been limited in that, with only a few being negative. I bring this to you folks to see what you think and bring up a few issues that people need to think about. One, the fellow who was shot was said to not understand English, though no misunderstanding should have had someone thinking they can approach a cop while holding a knife. Two, the cops seem to be a little panicked, far more than they should be. So the primary shooter may show that police officers need a little training in maintaining their professional calm a little better. I know that I normally post videos on more controversial situations with police, but I thought I would post one on something a little more cut and dry. The reason is, I stress that cops need more training in some areas, and this has that element while the cops handle the situation as they should. The panic element led to a round going into or through a door. That panic could have led to someone being injured or worse. There is also the situation that people need to realize, even though I will probably be called racist for this, that the primary language in this nation has been English for all its history. Until the education system in this nation unscrews itself and helps change this, people need to understand that they need to have the ability to at least understand it. Though this guy's actions seem like no language comprehension should have been needed. You will know who his law enforcement is, no matter the language. Unless a person has ill intent, they should know that approaching anyone, most especially law enforcement, with a knife is a bad idea. The only explanation that would make sense is if he did not have ill intent, is that he was distracted and forgot what was in his hand. So, I'm going to show you the video. Not really that disturbing, but, well, I just thought I'd show it to you and then talk about what happened. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
This all happened in this building on the first floor, inside the front door at the end of the hall. Also on that hall, a doorbell camera that recorded everything. Those are the gunshots from a police service weapon that injured a 32-year-old man minutes after that man had called police to report a crime. The situation remains under police investigation, but the department says video from officers' body cameras and building surveillance show that the shooting was justified. Here's what one resident's doorbell camera and other video show. Around 5:45 on Sunday evening, two officers enter the building in response to a 911 call by a man police now say is the man they ended up shooting. The officers go up to the second floor where the caller lives, but he's not there. Instead, he was here in a side courtyard looking for a man he'd called 911 about to say the man was stealing an air conditioner. The 911 caller was apparently pursuing that man with a knife, according to police. The caller then came into this first floor side entrance around a corner from the two cops who'd just come down from the second floor.
One officer gave the male verbal commands telling him to wait, wait, wait. The male continued to swiftly approach the officers, still with the knife in his right hand.
Sunday night, police said that this is the knife the man was holding. One of the two bullets the officer shot pierced this metal door.
Yeah, I heard like two gunshots. Boom, boom.
David Bermudez heard it all, then saw it. Bermudez was among a variety of people who said language may have played a factor here, with officers speaking only English to people they encounter.
It's hard to speak to them in English because they don't know English. They know Spanish.
People from the building who talked with us told us they felt overall this was justified. Meanwhile, this man is recovering at Lincoln Hospital, which is only a block and a half away. Reporting from Mott Haven in the Bronx, I'm James Ford, Pix 11 News.
Here via Pix 11 New York is what happened. A man shot by police officers while allegedly wielding a knife in the Bronx on Sunday had initially called 911 to report a robbery in progress, according to the NYPD. Police received a call about a person trying to steal an air conditioner from an apartment building on East 148th Street in Mott Haven around 5:40 p.m., officials said. Officers responding to the scene entered the building to find the man who called 911. According to authorities, it's believed the caller grabbed a knife and went outside to confront the suspected thief, came back inside through a side entrance, and then approached the officers, police said. One of the officers motioned for the man to stop by putting up her hand and saying, "Wait," according to authorities. Police said there may have been a language barrier, as when the officers instructed the man to drop the knife, he responded in Spanish. The man continued to approach them, which is when one of the officers fired their gun, according to authorities. He was shot in the torso, police said. The man was taken to a local hospital where he is expected to survive, according to authorities. A knife was recovered at the scene. Okay. Now look, I'm mostly just going to comment that this dude, no matter the language barrier, should have known not to approach anybody, especially cops, with a weapon in their hand. Cops are trained that under the 12-foot rule. That is, even if you don't have your if you do not have your firearm out and somebody is within 12 feet of you, they can probably get to you quickly enough to stab you before you can do anything about it. That is part of the training of most police officers. My only complaint is that this young lady most likely did not have the training when it came to being able to handle her emotions correctly. There are guys that have the same problem. So this is not about this young lady being a female. This is about this officer not having the ability to control their emotions. If you go back, I have had many videos where I have talked about male police officers not being able to control their emotions. So this has nothing to do with gender. This is a nationwide law enforcement issue, in my opinion. The bullet striking somewhere that was not the person being shot at, yeah, that's not a good thing. This young lady needs to be taken back to a training course until she is able to deal with the situation. Yes, the NYPD actually does have a way to do this training. Not all police departments do, in my opinion. Well, it's not even my opinion, it's a fact. So, NYPD needs to have this training for this young lady. Matter of fact, they might need to reinforce this training with all of their police officers. That's my take on this. Other than that, it's the right way to go. Her shooting was valid. I don't see any reason to say that it wasn't. You might disagree, and if you do, tell me. I am more than willing to listen to calm discourse on this. And it might even bring up other people to talk about this in a calm manner. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.